Hello and welcome back to CCR Community. Today, Ryan Dwyer, our Food and Beverage Director, is going to teach you how to open a bottle of champagne perfect for Mother's Day. He's also going to talk about some of our Mother's Day beverage options, and we're going to do a little discussion about what is happening with these upcoming wine tastings that are online beginning this Friday.
How's everyone doing today? I hope everyone is quarantining very well, enjoying their friends and their family. Probably wonder why Ryan's holding this bottle of Prosecco. We are doing a really cool promotion coming up for Mother's Day where we're selling batch mimosas and batch Bloody Marys, okay? Something that can be very intimidating for some people is how to properly open a bottle of champagne or Prosecco, anything that's bubbly for that matter, okay? So today I'm gonna take a quick moment, show you how to do that safely without losing any of the liquid on the inside or taking anyone's eye out. Very, very important, okay? So to start, you have your lovely wine key right here. And this is just a cheap house Prosecco that we have here. This is our Zone in Prosecco, okay? So you can have this lovely foil on top. You take your little knife out right now, okay? You're not gonna actually be cutting anything. What you're looking for is a little circular tab right there, okay? You're gonna take this point of the knife and you're gonna fish that right in there. Kind of get that tab out right there. Hopefully the camera's picking that up, okay? So now that tab is out, giving you access to the rest of the bottle. So what is this called? This is called the cage. This is the tab connected to the cage that holds this cork in, because there's a lot of pressure inside this, okay, because of that carbonation. What's very important, now if you were doing this tableside during a meal of some sort, you would never, ever, ever want to point this ever in the direction of anyone that's sitting down at the table. If you're sitting at home, you never want to point this in the direction of anyone else that might be in the room with you. Always pointing away just in case this cork goes off there. You always want to keep this covered, all right? Why are we keeping that covered? Just in case it happens to go off, all right? Like I said, contents under pressure, okay? Get that foil off first and then we'll do that. Okay, so foil off first, that goes right in your pocket, okay? So now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna cover that with my linen, okay? Now we're gonna untwist that metal tab that I showed you at the very beginning of the video, okay? So that undoes the cage. Okay, now we're taking that cage right off the top, okay? So now the cage is off. Notice I am pointing away, okay? So now all that's left is the cork in the bottle. Now the fun way that you see in all the movies is this comes flying out, all the bubbles come flying out of the top. You should never ever want to do that. When you're getting this out, it should be coming out very, very quietly. You should not hear that popping sound, all right? You wanna hold the cork and twist the bottle. Not the opposite. You don't want to twist the bottle out. You're holding the cork and you're twisting the bottle like so. If I'm doing this correctly, it'll make a very low noise. You see a little bit of air coming out of there, but none of the beverage. Have the cork here in my left hand, and you got your freshly opened bottle of Zone in Prosecco ready for you to enjoy on its own, or you can mix it with some Orgeat for a beautiful mimosa. Happy Mother's Day. Hi everyone, Amy and I are so excited, and thank you so much for the initial support you've shown for the addition to our wine program, which is the virtual wine tasting aspect of what we're trying to do here. Of course, this was kind of promoted because of the situation we're going through right now with the quarantine, but as I was just discussing with Amy, I think this is something really cool that we can continue on even once the club has reopened going forward as a continued added value for membership to enjoy as far as, you know, wine and tasting and getting in front of not only some really cool wines, but getting a chance to meet and speak with some really cool vendors and producers that are out there around the world. So to that end, I'm going to tell you a little bit about today, the next 3 tastings we have coming up, and some really exciting information on some stuff that could be happening down the road. So our inaugural tasting, very excited about this coming Friday at 6:30. That is April 24th. Myself, Amy Beardsley-Cummer, we are going to be walking you through our first virtual tasting via Facebook Live, focused on really 2 very, very cool wines. One is the William Fevre Chablis, that's from Chablis, France, and the last one is from Marengo Bassina Barbera d'Asti. That's a mouthful. Whoa, all right, that is from northern Italy in Piedmont. All right, I could go on a whole long thing about what both those wines are all about, but we're gonna save that for Friday once we crack open those bottles of wine. In addition to that, I hope you put in your order for your charcuterie plate. Chef and I have spent some time discussing some cool meats and cheeses that we feel would pair best with the 2 wines that we're featuring, and we're going to be doing that each week going forward. So stay tuned for more information on that. Going beyond this coming Friday, so that is going to be coming up on the 1st of May and on the 8th of May, our next 2 pairings. Very exciting stuff. We have Bob Cooley, who is the Vice President of Sales and co-owner of Benovia Winery that is in Sonoma County, California. We're going to be tasting their Chardonnay and their Pinot Noir. Bob's a very, very good guy. He grew up in the wine industry. His family's own vineyards. Very, very knowledgeable guy. He's super excited to be joining us on the 1st. Beyond that, the Friday following that is May 8th. We have really, really cool information I just actually picked up today. We have Richie Petrina and Chris Bates, all right? They are with Element Winery. Chris Bates is a master sommelier. He is the owner. He's the executive chef of 3 different restaurants, one of which is FLX, which I'm sure many of you have heard of. He actually taught me my sommelier course a few months back. Very nice guy, master sommelier, less than 100 of them in the entire world. That is a big deal, all right? So that's May 8th. We're gonna be tasting his Chardonnay, very cool, don't see too many of those produced in New York State, and one of his red cuvées. A cuvée is basically a collection of the best, highest quality grapes a producer makes each year, and they blend those together to give you a really, really cool example of what they produce. So that is May 8th, that's Richie Petrina and Chris Bates from Element Winery, and then going beyond that, really, really cool stuff, nothing that's set in stone just yet, but we're hearing whispers, mind you, they are whispers, from the likes of Duckhorn Winery and even Dow Winery. Nothing set in stone, but it's looking good, like we're gonna have some really cool stuff coming down the pipe for you. So please, please, please keep up your support of the virtual wine tastings, the wine program in general. If you have any questions at all, feel free to reach out to myself, Amy Beardsley-Cummer. We'd be happy to help you out with that. I look forward to seeing many of you coming up each Friday at 6:30. Cheers.
Stay tuned to the club's Facebook, website, Instagram, club emails, and this YouTube channel. Click below to subscribe, and hopefully we'll see you at Friday's happy hour.